So, good morning. In this lecture video, we are going to see the topic reading comprehension. So, reading comprehension topic, though we have practiced this topic since our school days, but still this topic is not liked by many of the students. So, why in the sense? They thought there is no need to study this topic, and they can able to skip the topic very easily, and most of majority of the students what they used to do in the sense, they just read some small paragraph from the given passage, and they just go back to the question, and they mark some answers and they used to write it. Here I would like to add up my experience by correcting this comprehension. Actually, even I felt comprehension, reading comprehension is such a difficult topic. For that we need to study, and in some cases the question is not too direct to answer, and sometimes what they used to do in the sense, they ask us to give a equivalent synonym for the word, for the underlined word, or else you are supposed to give an antonyms for the underlined word, something. These kind of things will used to happen, right? So for that, for those things and all, I felt it might be difficult for students. But nowadays, after receiving using AI, we can get lot of questions. Those questions are very direct to answer. But though, even though what students are doing in the sense, I just had my experience of while evaluating the paper, what the student did is, thing is that for a single question, it is just for, it carries only 1 mark. For that 1 mark, they wrote nearly 5 to 6 lines answer. Really, I was wondering, there is no need to make such elaborate answer. So, what makes them to write in the sense? So, they thought answering comprehension question is that they can take answer lines from the given part and they can match it. In this way, they are practicing it. Still, they are existing with the same practice will be really wondering. But at the same time, you can't say no to this, because a lot of competitive exams are having their own pattern of questions from the comprehension. Some might be the bigger one, or else sometimes it might be the smaller amount of passage with minimal number of options and all. So in that scenario, that much valuable topic can be addressed like anything, in the sense, it's all because of mistakes which is made by an individual. So if you want to write answer for the comprehension type of topic, what you are supposed to do in the sense, approach your topic with the plain knowledge. So this passage is completely new to me, I don't know anything about this passage. So with this mindset, if you go through the paragraph in the sense, then you can open enough to know about, at least grasp some words with from that passage. So after done 2 to 3 reading, so the 2 to 3 set of reading, you can read your questions. So once you read the questions, again you can go back to the passage, try to connect those questions with the given passage. By doing like this, you can able to connect answers with the passage. But if you fail to do in this such a way, there is no comprehending, in the sense, the topic titled itself reading comprehension, reading understanding, that evaluate the understanding skill of an individual. When you are not involved in the act of reading, then where you can climb with the word understanding? So this is what most of the time students are doing. Even nowadays, few papers were really, I couldn't say, it's a mystery for me actually. What they have done in the sense, for every options they gave a elaborate answer. There is nothing is related to that asked question. I was just wondering, because we never taught the students to, you have to write answers in such a way. See, thing is that you are spending some quality time to read a paragraph, or else you are spending some time to write an answer. In such a case, how come you can make some blunder mistakes and all? So comprehension is the easy stuff when you are understanding it by doing this method. So it is named as in such a way that like a skimming, scanning, intensive reading and extensive reading and all. So here common types of problems in reading. So this slide might will be helpful to you actually to decode a word. If you are reading a paragraph, you might not know the meaning of a word in the sense, it will be fine, because every time we can't able to remember all the words with meaning, so that thing also acceptable. And phonological awareness, comprehension, fluency, so these are all the problems are highlighted by the feedback which is given by the students. And next thing is that what is reading comprehension actually, so how we perform it. So reading comprehension in the sense it completes an individual skill to read. So as I told you earlier, it helps to evaluate the individual's reading ability, because this means that an individual is able to understand the meaning of the text correctly. So there we have to follow certain strategies also. So while talking about the reading techniques, I mentioned about intensive and extensive reading. If you are reading, you just take an example of before the day of exam. So how will you prepare? So even you are reading the question for the very first time also, you just paid your attention, even though you don't know meaning of any word and all, you just pick one dictionary or else you can just google it to know the meaning of it, right? So that's what called as the intensive reading. You can't able to memorize those things without as like that, okay, let it be like this, let me skip this part and just go away from this. It's not like that. And extensive in the sense, extensive reading is only for the purpose of getting pleasure. So when you are reading comic or else you are reading novels, storybooks and all, the outcome of this type of reading is it gives you enjoyment at the moment. So next thing what we have, as I told you already, about some reading strategies will help you to improve your reading habit better way. So those are named as skimming, scanning, prediction, surveying and reading for detailed summarizing. So these are all the strategies when you implement while performing with the comprehensional passage. In the sense, undoubtedly you can master the ability of your reading habit. So hereafter, while you are addressing the comprehension exercises, please do these pattern of strategies to make your reading habit in a easy way. Thank you.